Welcome to the Colorado Real Estate Classroom. I am Amy Wagner. I am the Walter'sTeam expert on HomePath properties. This is Chris Andrea with Denver Mortgage Company. He is their HomePath financing expert as well. Want to start off by explaining a little bit what HomePath is. It is a loan program set up by Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae is the Federal National Mortgage Association. They are a government-sponsored enterprise that does a lot of insuring the loans on the country. These properties have been foreclosed on by Fannie Mae. They're now owned again by them, and they basically are like a bank-owned listing that you hear on the market. And they basically have set up this new loan program. So Chris, why don't you just kind of explain a little bit about the loan program and how it's different than others?
Sure. Thanks, Amy. Basically, with Fannie Mae HomePath property, you get special incentives for financing. So for people that are looking at these homes to be their primary residence, they're looking at a loan at 3% down. That's the minimum requirement. It's a conventional loan. It requires no appraisal, and it has no mortgage insurance. So automatically the client saves, even on a $100,000 property, the client saves $110 a month by not having any mortgage insurance at all. Plus, without an appraisal, it also allows us to close these deals quite quickly, 2.5, 3-week closings. And in addition, it allows us to underwrite the loan with a lot less ease because we don't have the appraisal. Fannie Mae's already signed off on some of the problems that may arise with an appraisal. These are great properties for first-time home buyers or even repeat buyers to buy, and a lot of them have already been fixed up by Fannie Mae and are pretty turnkey, and oftentimes just need a refrigerator or a microwave or something like that. So I'll turn it back over to you, Amy.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. So as Chris mentioned, these properties are for first-time buyers, repeat buyers. They also allow investors and people looking to buy a second home, which is nice. It's a very versatile loan program. When the properties get listed, they are available for the first 15 days just to owner-occupant buyers. Gives these owner-occupants time to get in. The first 3 days that it's listed, Fannie Mae doesn't review any offers. It's giving these buyers time to get in, look at the property, get their offers submitted. If after the first 15 days an owner-occupant hasn't submitted an offer, or Fannie hasn't accepted one, it's then open to the investors and the second-time home buyers. We do suggest, though, as soon as you're eligible, get that offer submitted. The availability of these properties, they're limited supply, they're going fast, they're priced right. A lot of them are going multiple offers. They're going over asking price. So if you see a property that you're interested in, one of these Fannie Mae's, let us know as soon as possible. We'll run some comps on you, let you know what other things are going for in the neighborhood, make sure you're getting a good offer price submitted on those. Also with condos, as Chris kind of mentioned, it's easier to get a Fannie Mae than an FHA. Same with condos. There's some big issues with condos right now. Getting around the appraisal and the MI, that kind of stuff. Fannie Mae works a lot better on condo projects as well. So a little bit about the purchase process. Once you have the property under contract, you have 10 days to inspect. That's just how it is. That's Fannie Mae's rule, 10-day inspection. And this is kind of different from other properties. It's once they accept your offer, not when you get paperwork. So just make sure, again, I'm the Fannie Mae expert, all the other agents on Walter'sTeam know this, just one of those little quirks with these properties that kind of can throw you off. So make sure you know what's going on with your with your inspection. And then they also have done some repairs to these properties. They will let you know what repairs they've done. They'll let you know what defects, any of that kind of thing that they possibly know. Most of the time they won't know anything. So we suggest in this inspection period, get it done by a licensed inspector. That way you know if the home is habitable, if there's any issues that might not be visible on the surface. You know what you're getting into, and if it's something too big that you just won't be able to handle, you have those 10 days to get out and look for another property. Also, with some of these houses that do need repairs, Fannie Mae is starting to offer a repair loan. They'll let you finance up to $35,000 into your loan for the repairs. It's not quite in the workings, or it's still in the workings, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're hoping it should be done are available anytime soon, but just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that it is possible to kind of do some repairs. So these houses that need repairs, if you can't finance it into a loan, they're also good for investors. investors can get in. Chris can talk about this in a second, but investors can get in easily, fix up these repairs, and rent the property, resell the property. But it's a good way for investors with not a lot of money to get started.
Absolutely, Amy. Fannie Mae wants to get rid of these properties as fast as possible. So for investors, these home paths are extremely lucrative because it's only 10% down to buy an investment property. And again, you still have the no appraisal, no mortgage insurance. So it's really the only way, one of the very few ways that an investor can get traditional financing with only putting 10% down as opposed to 20 or 25% down.
That's huge.
It's absolutely huge, and we've done several HomePath loans for investors over the last few months, and our average investor averages about 35% cash-on-cash rate of return annually. So these are very, very lucrative properties, as you have said, and they do go quickly. There are currently about 3,000 Fannie Mae HomePath properties in Colorado, and more are coming on the market every day. So you definitely want to get in touch with Amy or someone on the Walters team, to keep you up to date on the properties that do arise. In addition, if you're buying, you can also buy HomePath as a second home.
Right.
And but as a second home, they're going to treat you the same as an investor. You have to wait the 10 days to make a bid, and you also have to put the 10% down.
Okay, so basically, if it's your primary residence, 3% down. If you're an investor or it's a second home, 10%. Still not huge numbers.
Nope.
Much smaller than, lower down payment than everything else. So.
Absolutely, and right now is a great time to pick up a HomePath property, especially for primary residence buyers, because right now through the 31st of October, Fannie Mae is essentially going to pay all of your closing costs, 3.5%. So
awesome.
If you're looking to buy a property to live in, this is a great route to go. You're going to save money with the no MI. It's going to be a quick, easy close, and these properties generally have a lot of equity.
Perfect, and with that no upfront costs. So you're saving monthly, plus you're only having 3%, not having to bring in your own closing costs. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Chris.
You're
And thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this entertaining and educational. Please visit us at thewaltersteamrealestate.com or call 720-295-8185. Thank you so much.